Hey folks, welcome to the channel. We're going to pick up right where we left off and continue making the guard. Here I'm just putting some layout fluid on and we're going to take it to the grinder. I find for guards in particular, you really want symmetry. You want symmetry on everything, but particularly on guards because people notice that. So that's why I always use layout lines and I always grind to layout lines when I'm doing a guard. I figured on this one I was going to lock it in the vise and use the oxyacetylene torch just to put that curve in it, just to make sure I had the curve that I wanted instead of just trying to grind it in. And now I'm just using the small wheel attachment just to put that curve under the guard for the finger. It was a little too hot, had to switch to a glove. You definitely want to make sure you do this while the guard is still square so that it sits on your rest perfectly flat. Now I'm just rounding the inside of the guard just to give it a nice smooth texture on your finger. Now I'm putting the scallops in the top of the guard. I just think those look cool and they give it a nice little feature. So I'm using this little 45 jig and I'm using the 2-inch wheel just to put that scallop in the top. You'll notice I also have markings here to make sure the scallops are in the exact same spot on either side of the guard. Again, you want symmetry. Now it's time to heat treat the guard. I don't bother normalizing this because I don't care about grain structure, but I do temper it after just to make sure it's not brittle. Time to etch the blade and check out that pattern. Sorry guys, I'm gonna make you wait. Okay, so here's the guard. This has been sanded to 400. Obviously still needs to be etched because this is Damascus. You saw me heat treat it. It's also been tempered just to make sure we get the exact same color after we etch it. But for now, we're done with that. Now I want to move on to the handle. So you guys will see why, but I've decided to use zebra wood, really because the blade I think looks like zebra once it's etched, so you'll see in the final reveal. So I figured I would do some zebra wood. This is actually untreated, as in unstabilized zebra wood, so I'm actually going to do a CA glue handle. So you guys will get to see what that means, and that'll be a first for me. So let's get this block cut down. I want to get the profile drawn on it and get moving. I've drawn my profile on here and I've drawn the tang on. Let's go drill the hole.
I find the easiest way to drill holes for hidden tangs is to kind of put it in the drill press vise and put it on an angle so when you drop the drill it's parallel to your line, and that's what you want. And then you drill it and then move it to do the other side. So I do the two ends of the holes, so to speak, and drill those. And then I go back and drill holes in between those. When I started on this hole, the drill wandered a little bit, and that's really common with these really long, flexible drill bits. So you see me just pressing on the drill bit, and I do that just to kind of recenter it where I want it, and then I continue to drill. So that's a good little trick. Here's another little trick for those of us that don't have big fancy drill presses. Mine only has about 3 inches of travel, which is never enough to do the full tang hole in the handle. So I'll mark the drill with how far I need to go with a marker, and then you can just do it by hand. Now I'm just using the height gauge just to square up my block, just to make sure my handle is going to be completely square to the knife.
Now that I got this all squared up, I've redrawn my profile and my tang. Next thing, I'm going to cut the profile out. Now that it's nice and square, I know I'm perfectly square, and I can just use the horizontal grinder, take all this off. And then we'll do our pinhole after we do that. Okay, I got the profile all done. And I can't stress this enough. Never try to change the squareness of your handle until you drill your pinhole. So that's next. We want the pinhole right about there. Actually, I might move it a bit here. So we're going to drill the pinhole, and to do that, I just go to the drill press, go down until I touch the metal, and then take this off and then drill a slightly bigger hole here, just so you've got a little bit of play here, and it's not, because sometimes if you have your pinhole exactly the same size as your pin, when you put it on, it kind of pulls your handle a little away from the guard. So if you want a perfect guard fit up, make that hole a little bigger in the steel.
I managed to forget to turn the camera on when I was contouring the handle, but here I am hand sanding it, so you get that.
Okay, I've got the handle sanded to 400, and I figured I would do a CA glue handle on this one. So Starbond sent me some of these things to try out. I told them I would try them out. I've actually tried this on another video and shown this, but I've never done a full handle. So I figured I would do that one today. So kind of excited here. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to use the medium brown, because kind of the brown goes into the pores and looks kind of cool. I did this little test piece here. So I'm going to put brown all over it, and then I'm going to take some 600 sandpaper and sand it down, and then probably do another coat. And that'll give it a nice protective finish, because this isn't stabilized wood. So let's give that a shot. Okay. Great part about this stuff, they sent me the accelerator, which I can't imagine doing this without the accelerator. I think this is basically just acetone in a spray, but yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but that is already dry. That is incredible. Very cool. You see it bubbled up here a little bit, but that's all right. We're going to sand that down anyway. It even hardened this stuff here, almost. All right, let's take some sandpaper to it and smooth this out. Well, folks, I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with this product. I didn't show it on film, but I sanded this with 400, and then I did another coat, and then I sanded it with 800 and buffed it. Amazing. I don't know why now people use oil to fill pores. This did it in one coat. So yeah, I'm going to use this on all raw wood products from now on. If you guys want to get some of this, they sent this to me, but if you want to get some, look down in the description. There's links to this. You'll get a discount, and the channel will get a little kickback, so you'll help out the channel. Definitely check out the Starbond stuff. It's awesome. All right, we got the blade finished. The guard is finished. Might need one more shot on the buffer. I've done the pin. Just kind of shined it, domed it over, because I'm not going to be sanding this after. It's the perfect size here. Last thing, we just need to etch the guard. So let's get that done.